like they did forever.
What's the term that they teach you in business school? Sunk costs? I think it's time to move on.
Avoid sunk costs. Ignore sunk costs.
Don't spend
Well,
sort of good city money after bad. Let it go.
it does seem like maybe we have enough trouble running the operation that we have, but the parking meters, they're always catnip for a variety of mayors to try to show that they're smarter than the previous mayor. So we shall see. In other news of trying to be first, Illinois is joining the race to get on the front side of the Democratic presidential primary calendar. Now, for many, many years, Natalie, the primaries started with Iowa and New Hampshire. Now, Iowa and New Hampshire, maybe not the most representative destinations in terms of looking like America, but that was the story for generations. And after Iowa had some trouble executing their caucuses, even though they had been running them for many years, several years ago, then President Biden moved South Carolina to the number one position in 24. And now the DNC is running an open application process to see who wants to be first or among the first as you head into Super Tuesday. A couple of interesting tidbits on this. Iowa has applied to get back in. They had a 100-page plus application. And according to the New York Times, the Illinois Democrats tried to downplay our solid blue status by saying that a Republican won an election for governor in 2014. So Eleni is not here to get a kick out of that, but because Ronner is the reason why Illinois should be a Democratic primary leader. Quote, there is a common misconception that Illinois can be taken for granted. So interesting little horse race for political junkies, Natalie.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a new era, right? Where we just always assumed things would start in Iowa and New Hampshire, but after the meltdown out west, obviously things are moving around on the game board. I don't blame Illinois for trying to get its name in the running, but to your point, I mean we're a blue island amid a sea of red, so I think the likelihood is dim, but obviously, you can speculate as to some of the presidential ambitions of some of our statewide elected officials and wonder why we might want to be among those at the top of the list. So I don't think it's likely given all the things you said, but certainly not surprised to see them trying to get their name in the running.
Sharon, as a recovering journalist who has covered a number of elections over the years, this would be a big shift to go from relatively small population states where the candidates can get out and knock on doors and talk to actual local news editors to having to make their pitch in a several $1 million metropolitan area of Chicago plus downstate, or if you talk about some of these other states, to look at that more diverse and more populous areas. What are your feelings about that as an old political hand, despite your youthful appearance?
I just hope there are going to be elections.
Ooh,
Really,
that's a good one.
I think it's very optimistic to think that we might get to a point of primarying and seeing who's available. Now, for obviously local and state elections, I do believe that there will be elections, and I just wonder if the primaries even hold the weight that they used to, and if it goes back to the Electoral College and the whole debate over that. There's something about our climate that feels so irrelevant.